point, but they're an organization with a ton of pride. And they'll be playing hard all the way to the final whistle of the final game, no matter where they are in the standings. It's the Texans going up against the Cardinals. With that, we're out to the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. Here are Brandon Guyton and Sean Davis.
Okay, Larry, first opened in 2006. Here's a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Houston Texans and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their veteran quarterback, the former USC Trojan, Carson Palmer.
There are a number of big quarterbacks in the NFL now, but I still remember the first time I met Carson Palmer. He was at USC, and he came into a meeting, and I thought they were bringing in the tight end, not the starting quarterback.
On the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
It's complete, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Texans take possession. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their big mobile quarterback. He can throw it, he can run it, Colin Kaepernick.
I think years from now we talk about the zone read in the NFL. We may attach Colin Kaepernick's name to it first because he really made it popular and allowed a lot of other NFL teams to decide to put it into their own playbooks.
On first down, Kaepernick. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness complements the route.
Forced out to his left. Drops it to Blue. Complete. They give him 15 more and it's another first down.
We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
Now Kaepernick eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And this one's incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And this will be a touchdown. Colin Kaepernick with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Palmer on first down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, there's the first time in this game that Carson Palmer finds Larry Fitzgerald. Likely won't be the last, but how about the way these two have helped each other's careers?
Yeah, they really have. And it's hard to believe with Fitzgerald, and really both of these guys, how long they've been in the league now. But Fitzgerald, gosh, third overall pick back in 04.
How about that? Remember Carson Palmer, a former Heisman Trophy winner? He's finally found a real home in Arizona.
The inaugural drive for this offense today, and the guy we're going to talk about, Michael Floyd.
Starting to develop into a number 1 receiver, a guy that you'll count on downfield.
Second down, Palmer. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you try to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. It was a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked it. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be third down. And this should be the final play before the end. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. 7-0 is our score. Back to Glendale after this timeout.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Get ready, Blue 58.
On third down, Palmer. He's got time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On first down, Kaepernick steps away to his left. It's complete to Fuller. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, here's Kaepernick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
All right, partner, that's it. That's a video game highlight catch right there. Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football. Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making those types of plays, even if we don't believe what we just saw.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Being chased out left. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Flushed out right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out now come the Cardinals. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's Palmer. Man open left side is Brown. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Palmer, but he's got Fitzgerald. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. On the ground, Whitaker. They juked him. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets it down to the 32. Brief break in the action here. More from the desert after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has a slide and 5 open space to throw.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. 3rd and 2. Now Palmer. And he's got Gresham. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the red zone now, here's Palmer on 1st down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This is taken at the 3. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 97 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Now the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Texans defense, we watch them get set to go. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know, from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, A lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky. Preach.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, you plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
All right, now. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, hey.
Final play of the half. It's Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cardinals are having trouble slowing down the passing game. The Texans have done great work in that area these last 2 games, and they'll just look to continue that in the second half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Texans take it at the 6. Kaepernick's going to look for space, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Now, early in the second quarter, the pass will be completed into coverage, and this play goes for a score. Texans push their lead to 11. Now, 1st and 10, Nelson's got the catch here on the quick pass, and after the short pass, he'll score. Deficit shrinks to 10. Cardinals set up for the kickoff. Fuller's got it at the 3, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. Texans go up by 11.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Cardinals now heading out to defend. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And his first carry, he loses the football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an offset eye. The drive starts with a run by Blue. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
10 yards still left on second down. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Throwing is Kaepernick on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Now that looked like the Colin Kaepernick we got to know early in his career. Able to scramble and pick up a first down. We haven't seen as much of that in recent time.
Yeah, you know he's got the size to do it. Out of high school, 6'5", 170, but now 230, and we see what he can do with that frame.
And I heard people didn't want to step in as a hitter against him because he's a pretty darn good pitcher in high school, too.
92-mile-per-hour fastball in high school. Here's Kaepernick to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defenses.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a very tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, but all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that player was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And Cook has it, left side. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Rob Ninkovich in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's third down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just for driving on those paved roads. And those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? That's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love it.
Caught left side, Hopkins. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Kaepernick to throw for it on fourth. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A gain of 4 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. That's caught at the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And his kick is right through. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Man open left side is Brown. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And that'll be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He hits Floyd on the right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. And Gresham's got it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Cardinals a 1st down. A lot of time there, partner, in the protected pocket, and he was able to deliver.
The guys protecting the passer have allowed him plenty of time to go through his progressions and find open receivers.
Now Palmer finding time, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Kaepernick to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Time for a break. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Kaepernick, deep drop. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, it's a touchdown.
When you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They come up in an offset eye. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Steps away. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again, here's Carson Palmer heading back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Palmer to throw on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. Seven yards remain now on third down. On third down, Palmer. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But they went for the big play there. But that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point attempt to come here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Let's go. Wide, 18.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. It's Floyd on the right. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Midfield now. Here's Palmer. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second down. Here's Palmer. And Nelson's got it here right side. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Here we go. Wide, 18.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. One last shot for Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.